Hello and greetings everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate the time that you take to watch my videos. This time we will continue in our series What is Pantheism in Asatru. Now today we will go and define some other thing that we didn't define last time in the video about the various sorts of theisms. The thing is, and it's most important to know, what exactly religion is. Now religion can be defined in many different ways, and even experts don't agree on single definitions of religion. What is religion? What is not religion? I will try to give you the summary of the problems when trying to define religion. Most approaches try to define religion as being separate from science and separate from philosophy, and of course separate from psychology. Now the different philosophies out there are so different in their variety, and the religions are so multi-layered that it's really impossible to define a religion without intermingling with other topics. As example, science can be a religion, and in our modern world it often is. Let's see, we have priests, the scientists. They often tell people what they think they know, sometimes with good evidence, sometimes with no evidence at all. There are many theories out there that have no proof behind them whatsoever. Some don't even have a good logic behind them, and yet they are told and taught to people. People, the uneducated, non-scientists, who have no idea what those priests are talking about, hear and simply believe what they say without any kind of proof, without any method to know if what they're talking is correct or not. So they just believe what they're told, pretty much the same as in medieval Europe with religion. Religions tend to be believed just because some authority tells something, and that's the same in a lot of areas of science. Even when you go to the doctor, you believe the doctor because the doctor should know. So I don't want to start an argument about that. I already made a video on this, and I really hope that if you want to educate yourself about how much science is in religion and how much religion is in science, you search my channel for the video about the problems of definitions of science. Having said that, the problem when approaching this topic is that religion is an umbrella term for so many things. You see, there are philosophies that turned into religions. There are religions that turned into philosophies. There is religion in science, like you have in Scientology. You have science in religion. And of course you have so many different approaches to religion that it's impossible to say religion is this or religion is that. There are so many differences that religion really is a topic that can't be defined exactly. And that is a huge problem that science has, because science would love to separate itself from religion. But to this day there is not a single definition of science that would keep esoteric stuff and religions out, while keeping everything that is accepted as science in. Actually, a lot of sciences root in religion. Psychology, as example, uses to this very day a hell lot of methods to work with the psyche of humans that dates back to let's say 4000 BC or something. Methods that were used by priests of old for very similar things. And sometimes it's just a terminology. If a shaman says that your body is possessed with little demons that make you sick and that he has to kill those demons in order to get you well, it's basically the same as a doctor telling you that your body is full of viruses that make you ill and that you have to take this pill to kill the viruses in order to get well again. Basically, both said the very same thing, both used the same medicine, and both did the same to you, with the very same knowledge behind them, the only difference being that they use different terminology to describe what they are doing. And that's often the case in mysticism. In mysticism, you often use psychological, scientific methods to work with yourself. Yet you wouldn't use the terms of psychology, but the terms of mysticism, and the result would be the same. Now, why I want to make this video is because you really should not try to differentiate religion and other stuff. It can go very well together, it can harmonize. As example, in Asatru, we have no problem with science. It's pretty much obvious that Asatru are actually like science, and that we support science, and many Asatru are scientists. There is no you can only be this or that. You can have both. A lot of very renowned scientists were very religious and spiritual people, like Albert Einstein, who really believed in the existence of God, who tried to prove God, and who, upon releasing his theory of relativity, said that this is the proof that God must exist. You can think of that what you will. There were others like Newton or Pasteur and quite some others who believed in God, and that is no problem. Science is, after all, limited to observation, and we can never be sure if the observations that we make are correct, if we are limited in our observation by ourselves. But as said, that was already done in another video, so I think before I ramble on too much, I will just end this video with the statement that religion is not in conflict with science. It really depends on how you approach the topic. Thanks for watching, see you next time.